Hello and welcome to the Rising as One YouTube channel, where today we have a special reaction episode to Phoenix Rising's 2018 regular season schedule. So after weeks of speculation, the USL finally came out with the full schedule for all 33 teams in the league, including our very own Phoenix Rising. So I'm just going to come through with a few thoughts, just quick instant reactions. The first one is, I like that we don't have any 4-game road trips this year. None of those trips, you might remember the late season one where we went, I think, Seattle, Vancouver, Portland, Sacramento. Yeah, there's going to be nothing like that in 2018. We do have 2 3-game trips. The toughest stretch of the season, I think, is actually going to be when we go to Swope Park, St. Louis, and Sacramento Republic. 3 back-to-back away games. So, the other thing I love our start to the season. These are the first 7 matches of the season. At Orange County versus Oklahoma City, at Reno versus Monarchs, at Galaxy versus Swope versus Fresno versus Galaxy. I think that was 8 matches, so maybe I miscounted there, but I love that. I think that 3-game home stretch against Swope, Fresno, and LA, those can all be wins. I think our chances are pretty good to win at least one of the first 2, either Orange County or Oklahoma. Reno away could be tricky, but again, getting that Los Dos away match early in the year, that's another chance to get a nice win. They are probably not going to be in the playoff hunt this year. And it's important that we do start out strong because our next 6 matches, I think, are going to be the 6 toughest matches of the season. It's going to be the toughest stretch of the season, in my opinion. At Oklahoma City, at Tulsa, at Sacramento, at Swope, at St. Louis, at Sacramento. A couple of those are going to be midweek matches too. That's 5 away matches in 6 weeks, or in 6. And that spans from May 9th to June 9th. So 6 matches in basically a calendar month. That's going to be a tricky stretch of games, and we definitely want ourselves to have a cushion going into that stretch. Other things I like that we have a nice match away at Las Vegas. We're going to have a Saturday, August 18th match at Las Vegas. Perfect chance for everyone to get over there, get down to the Strip, represent. I definitely am going to make it out to that one. It's our closest away match of the season. I expect us to have a large presence at that game, and I'm sure the supporters groups are already on it. As far as other matches that might be fun, I think I'm going to get out to the Orange County one to start the season. That could be a nice way to spend St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully you don't spend too much of that out on the road. I know I'm going to want an early start to that day so that we get out of there with a lot of time to spend at the beach before the match, which should be a Saturday night affair. Other thoughts? We're going to have 3 teams over to the complex for the very first time this season. We're going to have Fresno on April 28th. We're going to have Las Vegas a little bit later in the season, June 13th, and St. Louis. That's going to be a late season home match for us, September 29th. I was wondering how they were going to do the summer months because it is so hot. A lot of times we get a bunch of away matches dumped on us, but the schedule actually isn't too bad there. There aren't too many long road trips after that May 26th through June 9th. It's almost a 50-50. I mean, you get 2 home, 1 away, 1 home, 1 away, 1 home, 2 away, 1 home, 1 away, up until the end of August when we actually get 3 home matches. So it's not a bad stretch. And then another thing that's kind of nice, we're going to end the season at home against Portland Timbers too, so that should be a nice win. What are my thoughts just looking at this season? Do I think we're going to get the kind of results we got at the end of last season? I don't think we're going to have any stretch where wins are just going to be flying off the table, like just 5-6 in a row and like a 10-game unbeaten streak. Because there are a lot of good teams in USL now, especially in the Western Conference. St. Louis has added a lot of guys. Those are going to be some interesting matchups. We play at St. Louis towards the end of May, so that'll be an interesting one. But it's still looking like a strong season. I think you've already heard my thoughts about what we're looking at for the season. So that's kind of the schedule. I mean, you can see the full thing on Twitter, on the Phoenix Rising Twitter account. You can also go to their website. They have an article with the full schedule over there, but I mean, it's looking good. One other thing too, and I do like this, 3 Friday night matchups. 3 Friday night matchups that I think we're going to win pretty, I shouldn't say pretty easily, but we would be favored to win all of these. Versus Los Dos, versus Orange County, versus Sounders. And I know OC has been a tough nut to crack, but at home in the end of June, where it's going to be above 100 most likely, I think we can get the job done. So those will be fun games too. It's nice to get your weekend started with a win and then have nothing else to worry about. I mean, on the flip side, you're just getting off of work at 5 o'clock, and maybe you don't have as much time to pregame it, get amped up for it. But I think that's a nice way to start the weekend. You know, just Zoom, boom, it's 5 o'clock, you're out of work, and cheering on the boys. So, great season ahead of us. One other thing, too, if you didn't see it already, we're playing in Ecuador. We're playing LDU Quito, one of the best teams in Ecuador, one of the better teams in South America, actually. So, that'll be at the end of February. Keep an eye open for that one. But I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and we will have a lot more of these as news continues to break. But all in all, feeling pretty good about this schedule, and I'm really excited for the OC away match and the Las Vegas away match August 18th. And I don't know, any other ones are going to be longer trips, but maybe you can do it. So check it out, see what works for you. Go Rising.